Hey guys, welcome to Play Infinite. In this video, let's go ahead and talk about the specs versus Samsung Galaxy S3 versus the HTC One X specs, features, and kind of hardware tour of the two devices. I just got the boxes out for both of them. Here's the Galaxy S3 box, just in case you're wondering. It's kind of like square base. Here are the specs, so you can pause the video to look at the specs. I'm gonna go over them, so you probably don't need them anyways. Here's the HTC One X specs and the HTC One X box, kind of recyclable, eco-friendly, and stuff. Okay. So, let's go over some specs, tour the hardware for you guys, and of course the Galaxy S3 is a newer device. So I'm going to keep that into account when I decide which one's the winner. So, the Galaxy S3 is an amazing 4.8-inch Super AMOLED display, so it measures like that, and it's HD, so that's 720p HD resolution. It is Super AMOLED, so you'll be getting really nice viewing angles. And you can probably see by the video, it's amazing viewing angles. You don't have to worry about it, and you definitely don't have to worry about the color saturation because your colors will be very, very much saturated. The HTC One X, on the other hand, I believe it has a 4.7-inch LCD2 display. So this is again HD 720p. And this is an amazing display itself. So the best part about this is you're getting natural colors, very, very natural colors as you'll see in real life, versus the Samsung Galaxy S3's kind of oversaturated colors. And that again, that comes with the Super AMOLED display. That's kind of, if you like those type of colors, then you would go for the Galaxy S3 Super AMOLED display. But if you like natural colors, very good viewing angles too, because when it comes to this point, it's not that good, but who really views their phone at this point? This is enough for me. I would say this is even enough. So that HTC One X is no problem in terms of the display either. As we move on, let's go on to camera. So both of them have an 8 megapixel camera. They record 1080p HD video quality, and they're both amazing in their equal way. The HTC One X does have a couple of issues. I'm assuming those are software issues though, but it's mostly autofocusing issues and frame rate issues. But again, those are software, and those can be fixed. So I'm not going to take that into account for this hardware comparison video. Both of them play back full HD videos. I mean, that's 720p, of course, because the screens are each 720p, but they can record 1080p videos. The Galaxy S3 has a quad-core 1.4 gigahertz processor, whereas my HTC One X over here is the LTE version. Therefore, it has a dual-core Snapdragon S4 processor, and it's clocked at 1.5 gigahertz in the back. So let's show you around the hardware. So as I do, so let's go HTC One X first. There's a HTC logo up here. Whoops, I don't know where I pointed. Samsung logo's up there for the Samsung Galaxy S3. There's also another Samsung logo at the back, as you can see. So this is kind of integrated into the phone as well. It kind of gets etched into the phone. The same can be said for the HTC one at the back. That's into the phone. This is a bit more deeper into the phone. For both, you won't be removing them. You can't remove them. As we look at the buttons, let me put this one down and take a look at the HTC first. So we have the back button, the home button, and the multitasking button here. Standard ice cream sandwich buttons. On the Galaxy S3, you'll see something different. We have the home button in the middle. It's a physical button, and then you have a back button here and a menu button here. To access the multitasking, you would have to hold this, and there is your multitasking and all that type of stuff. So that's the difference in terms of buttons there. As we move on to the left side, the Galaxy S3 is clear on the whole side except for a volume rocker, which one thing I don't like is the positioning of it, because when you hold your hand like this, by the way, the lock screen button is on this side, so, and this side is completely clear except for that button. So when you hold your hand like this and you're kind of keeping your hands here, what happens, I found is my middle finger actually gets stuck onto the volume rockers, and so when I use the device, I usually find that I kind of click that volume button, which it's kind of annoying, but I'm pretty sure I'll get used to it, and it's just one of those things that you have to get used to. On the HTC One X, one thing I hate, absolutely hate, is that the lock screen button is on the top, and worst of all for me, since I'm right-handed, so it's on the top right, which is definitely difficult to hold. So as you can see, it's very, very hard to get my hand up there. If it was here, if it was on the top left, it's okay, but since it's on the top right instead of the top left, it's getting very annoying. I would like it on the side, but top left would be much better. But HTC decided to make it difficult for us right-handers, and they want to. It's definitely good for left-handed people because it's very easy to do for you guys. Let's take a tour on the HTC One X. So on the left side here, we have the MHL micro USB. And on the right side here, all we have is a volume rocker. I like the volume rockers on the HTC One X a bit better than the Galaxy S3. It feels more premium. As we move to the bottom, we have the primary microphone on the HTC One X. It's right over here. You might see a dot. And on the Galaxy S3, it's a bit different. At the bottom, we have the primary microphone, of course. However, we do have an MHL micro USB at the bottom, whereas the H1X was on the side. At the back here, we have the camera, the flash, and the speaker grill over there with the Samsung logo, like I mentioned earlier. And that's basically at the top. We have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the battery door remover, and the secondary microphone. From the HTC One X point of view, at the top we have again the 3.5mm headphone jack. The secondary microphone is actually right here as well, and then we have the power lock screen button, and it's kind of towards the back a bit, but we do have a SIM card remover. You can see there's a hole beside it because that's where you would put the pin to remove the SIM card. Over here we have the huge camera on the HTC One X. And I did find that the camera, for some reason, it actually makes sounds when it's trying to autofocus in. Galaxy S3, I found I didn't really make loud sounds. The HTC One X also has a flash there. The logo's etched into it. Beats Audio. So I really like it. So in terms of sound quality, I'm not even joking. The HTC One X is more clear, but the Galaxy S3 is more louder. So that's something that you have to keep in mind when you're deciding between the two. So you can see Beats Audio. There's the speakers right there. We also have kind of like a docking port there. So the HTC One X is also a unibody design, meaning that you cannot remove the back cover or anything like that. It's one solid piece of material, and you can even see the speaker grills, which I didn't cover. The front-facing camera is there, by the way, and then there's the speaker grills up top there, the holes. They are kind of drilled into the device. It's a unibody, multi-unibody design, so that's how it is. The Galaxy S3, on the other hand, has the front-facing camera there. It has a couple of sensors beside it, and it has the speaker grill over there. When I was testing call quality, I found that the Galaxy S3 was much better than the HTC One X. It's much easier to hear people, it's much easier to talk to people on the Samsung Galaxy S3. And one reason is because of the curves on the Galaxy S3, which, without making in any hardware video, you'll find that no one will not mention this. This has to be mentioned. The Galaxy S3 is kind of designed for your hand. It fits perfectly, and it is the better device to hold. Now let's talk about a better device to feel, and that is the HTC One X. It feels better in your hand, and I have to give it to HTC for that. That's mostly due, I believe this is also plastic actually, but this is a kind of different type of, it's polycarbonate. Both of them are polycarbonate, but Samsung used a kind of hyperglaze finish, whereas the HTC One X, as you can see, is kind of a matte finish. And that you can tell just by the reflections. They're kind of pointing towards the same window. On the HTC One X, you can't see any reflection. On the Galaxy S3, you see a lot of reflections. That's because of the hyperglaze finish that HTC put, Samsung put, which makes it very slippery as well. But again, that goes with the thing that feels amazing in your hand. Mostly because the curves at the side here are very, very curved, and even at the top, at the bottom, all around this device, it's a very curved device. And even at the front here, I kind of like it because the glass even kind of curves in a very, very oh so slightly, but it's still if you notice it, if you use the device, you'll notice it. The HTC One X, on the other hand, kind of has sharp corners, as you can see on this video. It has sharp corners here, but it curves into the sharp corners, but then no matter what, when you hold it, your hand kind of gets stuck in it, and it ends up kind of disturbing it. But that's what you see with most phones nowadays, except for the Galaxy S3. So if you're used to the iPhone, if you know how the iPhone is, the square design, the HTC One X should be no problem for you because it's a bit more curved than that, so it still feels good. Both of these devices are very, very thin. I think they're like 0.5 millimeters difference or something like that, but they are very thin. The HTC One X has 1 gigabyte RAM. Both of them have 1 gigabyte actually. Both of my devices have 16 gigabytes of internal storage. And the Galaxy S3 actually has a micro SD storage. So let me take off the back cover and show you around a bit, because for the HTC One X I can't do that. The Galaxy S3's back cover, by the way, is very, very flexible. As you can see me kind of bending it. Don't worry, I don't think it'll break because it's a polycarbonate finish. Here's the Galaxy S3, the backing, even the inside of the phone is white. Down here is where you have your ports. You have your SIM card, micro SIM, and your micro SD card. I didn't put any of them in either. So it was a 2,100 milliamp hour battery. I just had to refer to the specs. This is a 2,100 milliamp hour battery. It has NFC, as you can see there. It says right under the Samsung logo, it says NFC compatible. The HTC One X, I'm not sure exactly what the battery specs is. I'm really sorry for that, but I do believe it was like 2,100, I think. I'm not sure. I'll get back to you I'll leave a annotation for. I kind of went over everything. The Samsung Galaxy S3 is also available in a dual-core Snapdragon S4 version, which will kind of put it on par between the two devices. However, this Galaxy S3 will still have 2 gigabytes of RAM. So if you're in North America and you're getting the Galaxy S3, then you will have a 2 gigabyte dual-core Snapdragon S4 processor. The HTC, even in the US, has a 1 gigabyte Snapdragon S4 processor. In the international version of this HTC One X is a quad-core Tegra 3 version. I believe it's clocked at 1.4 or 1.5 gigahertz, and the Galaxy S3 is a quad-core Exynos processor, which is clocked at 1.4 gigahertz. Exynos is so much better than Tegra, and apparently, and even the Snapdragon S4 version of the Galaxy S3 will be better than the S4 version of the One X, just because of this one will have 2 gigabytes RAM versus the 1 gig on this one. So in terms of hardware specs in general, the Galaxy S3 is it's a powerhouse, and it definitely pounds the HTC One X in almost all aspects, except for like sound quality, and even display is your personal choice. I'm not going to go into that too much because that's all personal. This one has LTE, this one has HSPA plus, by the way, just because of the difference between the two. Like I said, they're both ice cream sandwich. This one has TouchWiz Nature UI. This one has the HTC Sense version 4.0. If you want to know more about these two OSs, two skins, you can look at our battle video between TouchWiz versus HTC Sense UI. I made a video on that, just purely comparing software. This is like a hardware video. That video was a software dedicated video. Both of them have Wi-Fi B, G, and N. They are Bluetooth compatible. They're basically all the general specs there. You get GPS, all that good stuff that you get with both phones. I guess that's it for this video. I wanted to mention the front-facing camera on the HTC One X is 1.3 megapixels, and the front-facing camera on the Galaxy S3 is 1.9 megapixels. So that's the kind of a difference there, but it's not too much, and honestly, it's just for video calling or taking pictures of yourself if you like doing that. So that's it for this comparison. One thing, before I leave, I want to mention the HTC One X has a kind of curved display. I really like how it goes into the body on both sides. I definitely like that of the HTC One X. So let's make a conclusion here. Audio quality, HTC One X 1. In terms of feel, HTC One X 1. In terms of looks, however, it's really your personal opinion, but I would go with the Galaxy S3. I want to say that the Galaxy S3 feels amazing in your hand, so it wins in that aspect. In terms of the actual material used and the quality, the HTC One X is a no-brainer. It's just amazing quality. The Galaxy S3 it's still good itself. In some cases, you might find me saying that the Galaxy S3 is better, but I'm kind of half-minded on that. So I would say they're equal. I'm just gonna say they're equal in that aspect. What else? As we move on to screen, again, that's your personal opinion. I'm gonna go with the Samsung Galaxy S3 Super AMOLED display. Even though it is pentile, I'm still picking it over the LCD2 display just because I like the saturated colors. It depends if you like natural or saturated colors. And of course, the Galaxy S3 has a bigger screen, but it's very, very small difference, but still. Both of them are 720p, so it doesn't really matter. HTC One X obviously has a higher pixel density, but it's very minute, so it's not a huge decision to make. In terms of camera quality, Galaxy S3 I would say is better, but you can check out my camera comparison video for more on that as well. I have that video coming up. For battery life, again, I'm gonna make another video talking about that maybe later on. I don't know. And I guess that's pretty much it. I guess I went over everything. So final conclusion out of everything: which smartphone is better in terms of hardware in all aspects? In terms of software, I believe I gave it to the Samsung Galaxy S3, and once again, in terms of hardware, it goes to the Galaxy S3. It's just a better hardware, and that's mostly due to the fact that it is newer. If you have other opinions, let me know down below in the comment section, but don't start like a war down there just for fun. We're just kind of making this video for your kind of interest so that you can decide. I want to help some people decide between the two phones, help as much people as I possibly can. So also for voice quality, Galaxy S3 is better if you're interested in that, and texting, Galaxy S3 is better. So I guess that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more Galaxy S3 versus HTC One X videos. I'm going to make a boot up time video, a video camera test video. I already made the software video, and I already made the benchmarking comparison video, so you can go check those out at our channel, Play Infinite. And besides that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out for more coverage on smartphones. A lot more coverage on the Galaxy S3 is set to come very soon. Galaxy Note coverage is going to start very soon too, so stay tuned for all that here at Play Infinite. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a quick thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Later. Peace.